Alright guys, good morning. As you can see, it is currently downpouring here. We're going to run to the truck. Last episode we took in that Honda Acti or whatever it's called and went ahead and got it all fixed up. We're going to head over there this morning, and I ordered a bunch of stuff kind of overnighted, and looks like that guy finally cashed that check too. So we got some overnight parts coming, and the guy finally cashed the check that we wrote for the car. So we're gonna go to the shop. We're gonna get that car worked on today, and hopefully we'll have it out there ready to be sold before the end of the episode. Yeah, it looks like the postal service has dropped off those overnight things already. So. Go ahead and shut that off. I'm gonna run over here and take a look at this stuff here real quick. Let's take a look here. Alright, doesn't look like we've got anything produced yet. Let's see how this stuff looks. Looks like there might be some weeds growing. Nope, we're good. Alright. So let's go ahead. I guess we're going to get working on that truck. We got some more honey. That's cool. But yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to grab these items, get back in the shop. We'll start working on the truck, and hopefully we'll have it out here ready to be sold. She was running a 600cc, but not no more. So we're going to go ahead. We left the door open on the shop. We're going to open up the rest of the shop here, bring it out there and get it listed. We'll probably be sitting on this for a while, but that's alright, because I did just hear from someone that we've I did just hear from someone that we do have a possible another vehicle. This thing stops on a dime, let me tell you. Alright. We got it out here. I do want to add like a little I'm gonna have to talk with some construction guys. I kind of want to add like a ramp or something, like a rock or something that I can like kind of flex a car on, or like pull up a car, you know, like they have at dealerships and stuff. Let's see if that's even possible. But we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, we got another vehicle possibly lined up. I'm gonna make a couple phone calls and see how that looks. And yes, we're gonna go over to the office and make a couple phone calls. We're gonna see how that looks, and then hopefully we'll be good to go, you know. Alright guys, so we went ahead, we've been slowly earning some money from the power company for that windmill. That's always good. We've been on the phone for hours, reaching out to people, trying to see if we could do anything as far as that idea I had earlier with making like a display, like a ramp or something outside of the property. No one wants to do it. Everyone's afraid of getting in trouble and everything with the town, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to skip that. But we're on our way now. We're gonna go take a look at a car. I didn't even grab the trailer, but we're gonna go up here and take a look at a car. I hope I didn't miss the turn. Oh, it's right here. was talking to a guy. He stopped by, saw the doors were open on the shop, and he asked if I had any, because he saw me working on the Acti there, the little Honda truck there. Asked me if I had any interest in a Dodge, and I said, well, it depends. And he said to stop by his property and check it out. If it's what I just seen right there, man, oh man, when he said it was a Dodge, I didn't know he was talking about an SRT 10. It just stopped raining like a little bit ago, so there's still rain on this truck. It's got like base paint, it's not even been painted, it's like just primered. It's got a Viper in it. I'll have to go talk to him and see how much he wants for it, but yeah, I think we'll end up having to go get the trailer and haul that thing back. I don't know if it runs. But either way, I gotta... Unless he's in a problem, maybe he'll follow me back to the shop. We'll see. Alright. So, after a little bit of talking, we got a hold of some middle ground here. He's gonna bring it over to the shop in just a little bit. He's getting ready to have a late lunch, early dinner with his family, so I didn't want to bug him too much. But he said he's gonna drop by and leave the vehicle here. He said his wife would come pick him up, so we don't got to worry about bringing him back. He's gonna bring the truck to us. We'll pay him when he gets to the shop, and we'll be good to go. We got ourselves another car. And that's kind of what we're gonna have to do for a while here. We're gonna have to start flipping some vehicles just to get some money going. Winter's coming quick. It's gonna be rough. I think we're gonna be camping in the tent for the winter, unless I can find some sort of other means. Speaking of the tent, while I was in there discussing the deal, my friend called me and told me he set up pretty much like a campsite for me on my part of the property. So that's gonna be pretty lit. We'll have to go check that out at some point. But yeah, it's gonna end up costing us a few grand for that truck. He said it needs some work. I noticed that the tires were pretty roasted on that thing. He said that his son was driving it for a while, and it's crazy. A lot of these people, their sons are beating the crap out of these cars, but he said his son was driving it as a car for school or whatever, as he was getting through high school there, and he did a few donuts, did a few burnouts, all that good stuff, you know. So ain't nothing we can't fix. We'll take care of it. It's gonna cost us a couple grand to get the truck anyways. We got that thing sitting there. She's ready to go. We're just hoping that someone comes by and sees our beauty sitting here in the lot. I think at some point we may end up just, like I said, no one wants to touch the idea of like making a little ramp out here, but we might just pave a little section, because you can't really see, you know. Yeah, you can see there's a car in there, but this chain link fence, it really just dampens the whole visual of the vehicle. So if we can put a couple cars out here or something, I don't think anyone in this town is really going to be stealing whole vehicles, you know? But we'll see. So we're going to wait around. Hopefully he'll show up here in a little bit. We're going to go sit in the office and try and get some work somewhere. We're still, you know, still kind of out of luck on any landscaping jobs, so let's see what we can get going, and we'll wait for that guy to show up. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, Well, it's finally here. It took a couple hours, but he showed up and dropped it off. He just left a few minutes ago. But it's here. He said he was having some issues getting it to start when he went to bring it here. And he said, like, we went over the vehicle, it started just fine when I saw it earlier. But he said he was having some issues with it starting. And he said it just did not want to go. He said it seemed like it was kind of sluggish, but I don't know, I guess we'll have to take a real deep look at this, because... Oh. Alright, she does not want to start. One last time. Huh. Odd. I mean, it just started a little bit ago, like when I went and looked at it, it started up, it ran just fine, it wasn't having any problems. I don't think he would have done anything to, you know, mess with it. I mean, shoot, he made like a few grand off me, so... Odd. Yeah, I don't know why it's acting like that. We're gonna go ahead, we'll bring it in the shop. I don't know how we're gonna bring it in the shop. Hopefully it'll start. I'll try it one more time. We almost had it there. Well, she started. She sounds fine. I don't know. I've got a buddy who's a Dodge guy. He might be able to figure out what's going on with it. Heck, he may even buy this thing off me. He used to have one of these back when we were in school, so he had one of these bad boys. So we'll see what he says. I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm gonna make some phone calls, ask him about it. And yeah, I think we're gonna call this an early day, to be honest. We're gonna head back to the house and oop, I wanna make sure we lock up the office. We're gonna head back to the house and we're gonna go ahead and call today pretty much done with. We're gonna go ahead and see what the campsite looks like that our buddy set up for us here. Alright, the tent should be right down in here, he said. So it's pretty much right where I was cutting all the trees. Well, it's not really right where I was cutting all the trees, but it's pretty close. Oh, nice. He brought a cylinder up so we could have a fire pit. And a little trash can. That's cool. A couple little benches and stuff. We're really close to the road, but honestly, that's alright. I'm not even going to worry about it. But yeah. Nice. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to probably either go down there and have some beers with him or something, or maybe have him come up here and we'll have a fire right here. But I'm also going to make some phone calls, see if I can get a hold of my Dodge buddy and see if he can come up and figure out what's going on with that thing. And, yeah, I guess we'll see you guys all in the morning. All right, good morning, everybody. It is cold out here, November. It's 58 according to my phone, but I would have slept in if it wasn't so chilly. It's that morning chill, you know? But I called my Dodge buddy. He said he'd be by today to take a look at the truck, tell me, you know, what he thinks is wrong with it. He thinks he has an idea, but he's got to see it in person, he said, and listen to it. So he's coming up. He's making that really long trip to come up here, so I appreciate him for that. We're gonna head into town, go to the shop. Someone hit me up last night and asked me if I had any desire to buy like off-road vehicles. And I'm not really looking for off-road vehicles, but we'll take a look. He said he was gonna bring it by for us to look at, so we're gonna go to the shop. And supposedly he lives like just outside of town here, like a half hour away. He's supposedly a friend of my friend who used to own this company up here, so I guess he was looking to get rid of something that he just doesn't use anymore. I guess he bought it off my friend years ago, and he used it quite a bit back then, but he just doesn't have a use for this off-road vehicle. He wouldn't tell me exactly what it is. I have a feeling it's going to be a side-by-side, and that's why he wouldn't tell me what it was. He just said it was an off-road vehicle. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I don't really want side-by-sides in here right now. We can't even get rid of the Acme. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to do some paperwork and stuff, make some calls. I mean, if we don't get any sort of landscaping jobs anytime soon, we might be selling the trucks. We're not doing so hot, you know. We're getting a little bit of money as the days go by here, you know, from this windmill, but we're just not getting enough. We're not getting enough money. So we'll see what happens here. Hopefully whatever this guy brings is going to be decent. Yeah, we're shutting the door. Alright guys, well, you wouldn't believe it, but we got our hands on a dirt bike. Yep. That guy showed up, he showed me the off-road vehicle he was talking about, and he said it's this dirt bike. He said there's nothing wrong with it, but his old lady is giving him heck about getting rid of this thing. She's afraid it's gonna, you know, get him really hurt. So I said I'd take it off his hands for a few $100s, and he said, sure, my wife would be happy. So we got this thing for little to nothing, and I was doing some research online. We're gonna make a decent profit off of this. It's not gonna be anything crazy, but we're gonna, like, our return on this investment is gonna be pretty decent. So we're gonna get this thing fired up. We'll move it over to the sale line. I rode it around the parking lot. It works just fine. There's no problems with it. This thing is like mint condition. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna park this thing up. And hopefully someone will come by and grab that thing up real quick. Our other buddy should be here shortly. I'm not really sure where he's at, but he said he'd be here soon, so I'm hoping to hear from him. Alright, well, that looks like that's all in order. Yeah, so our buddy showed up. My Dodge buddy. He's in there taking a look at the truck. Some more good news. I got a hold of somebody that... Well, someone got a hold of me. They heard that I had just bought this whole property up, and he asked me if I was still using the storage unit. And I said, yeah, it's kind of my office. And he was asking about the ability to store goods here. And I said, well, if you got some goods to store, I could definitely store those for you. So he's gonna take it up with his little chain of command. He runs like a little store, I guess, and he's just gonna go ahead and start sending us some stuff. Pretty cool. We're basically just gonna store it for him, and when he's ready to get rid of it, he's gonna come by and pick it up. So that'll be cool. It'll be nice to get some use out of this storage unit. Well, guys, I got some bad news. Someone came by and took a look at the Acti truck. And, they wanted this thing for dirt cheap, and I wasn't gonna sell it for dirt cheap. They had a really nice truck, though, and I was like, well, what about trading in the truck? Didn't want to do it. And they wanted less than what I put into this thing as far as, you know, purchasing the vehicle, customization. They wanted less than that. I was like, you know, this thing's like imported from Japan, right? Like, it's not even, it's right-hand drive, everything. Like, they weren't budging on it. They didn't want it. They did pique a little interest with this dirt bike. So maybe we'll have them come, maybe they'll come back and maybe they'll buy the dirt bike. That would be sick, but they did not want the Acti, or at least they wanted it, but they didn't want to pay the price that I was asking for it. Our friend's still in there. He's got that whole truck pulled apart right now, looking at everything. So I don't know what's going on. We'll have to pay him a pretty penny, I'm sure. Man, it's rough. It's rough. Hopefully we'll get something going here, but I don't think we're gonna have anything going anytime soon. This sawmill thing is really slow. And actually, I do gotta go meet a guy. There was a guy that was willing to loan me his camper for the winter, so we might go pick that up. It's not looking good. So my Dodge buddy, he just left. He said this thing is not in good shape at all. It's rough. It's gonna need a lot of work before we can do anything with it. And yeah, it's just not a good time. But with all the bad in the world, there's still some good. The guy showed up with the camper van, and we made an exchange. I paid him a little bit of money. I also just paid my Dodge buddy too, so we're suffering for some cash right now. I paid him a little bit of money so that I could rent his camper for the winter. But while he was here, he noticed the Acti and was very interested in it. So he's on a test drive with the Acti right now, and it's looking really good. He was super stoked to see this thing. Really nice guy. I'm hoping that we can make a deal. He seemed super thrilled when he left. So hopefully he'll come back in the next few minutes and we'll make some sort of deal. He seemed okay when I told him, I was like, listen, just so you know, like, this car is going for like 15. And yeah, he seemed pretty okay with it. So I guess we'll see what happens. He seemed to act like money wasn't a problem. So maybe 15 grand is chump change to this guy. I mean, he's letting me rent his camper for winter, so I don't know. Maybe he's one of those like snowbirds. He's up here in the summer and leaves when it's cold. I'm not sure, but he's on a test drive. Hopefully we'll get something figured out, and maybe we'll get lucky and this dude will buy this thing before too long now. Alright guys, so great news. The guy came back from the test drive. Him and his wife, because his wife showed up in another car, him and his wife are going to the bank. And he's going to get some cash, and he's going to come back and buy it, like, today. He's leaving today with the car. He is so stoked. He had the biggest grin on his face when he came back. It was crazy. So he's gonna come by. He's gonna buy that thing for 15 grand. And he said, "Really, this is what you have it listed at?" And I was like, well, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, you know that like these things are selling online for like 20 grand in this kind of condition, maybe even 30 grand in this kind of condition." You know, and I said, well, I bought it off some guy who was all beat up, and I fixed it up. I got it for near nothing, and I'm not going to gouge the market. And he said, all right, cool, well, 15 grand, I'll be back. And so he's off to the bank, and he'll be back in a little bit, he said. Man, I'm Jones, and I was doing some shopping online, too, buying some parts for the Dodge. We're gonna get this 15 grand. It ain't gonna last long, I can tell you that. But we're gonna wait for him to come back, and then we're gonna go ahead and make the sale. And that'll be one vehicle off the lot. But I've also got another guy who called me up. Well, he didn't call me up. He left me a message. Asked me if I was interested in a pickup truck. And I said, well, maybe. So we're going to go take a look at that once we get this guy back here and he leaves with his vehicle, and we'll be on our day. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a look at this vehicle. We're going to get the trailer hooked up. This guy said he only wants a few grand for it. We also ordered the parts for the Dodge, which should be coming in tomorrow. And I paid my buddy to come back up here and install those parts for me. I don't want to mess anything up. I've already spent enough money on it as it is, all the upgrades, so yeah. So those upgrades are coming tomorrow. We're going to go ahead and go see if we can make a purchase with this other vehicle. The guy said it was a project truck that he doesn't have the time to take care of anymore, so we'll see what a project truck means to this guy. It's like, I think he said it was his third house up here on the right. But yeah, we'll see what a project truck means to this guy, and hopefully it's not anything too beat. Right there. Doesn't look bad. Get out and go take a look. I think we beat him home. He said he was on his way home from work, so. Looks pretty clean. Old GMC. Or an old Suburban. Chevy Suburban. Not bad. Looks pretty clean. I don't know. It's got a matte finish to it. It's not really a gloss or a metallic paint, so it's got primer. That's good. Not sure what's up with the color of the wheels. It's kind of rough. I wonder if this truck was white. I don't know. But we'll wait for this guy to show up, see what he wants to do as far as the money goes, and yeah, we'll see you guys in a little bit, I guess. Alright, we're just leaving the guy's house now. We did make a purchase. We did buy it for like $2,700. It ran actually really smooth. He just said that the only thing it really needs now is to be painted. But he doesn't have the time or the money to do it anymore, and it's been sitting there for several months, he said. He's come out and he's run it every couple days and whatnot, kind of thing, just to keep the juices flowing and everything. So we're gonna bring it back to the shop, and we'll get a hold of one of our guys that does paint. I know a guy that lives just outside of town, and he does paint work, so we'll have him come by and do the paint work for the truck, and he'll do it for dirt cheap, he said. I think we're gonna get rid of the Ford. I like the light bar on this Dodge, I really do. We might keep the Dodge. I've already got a Chevy. I don't need another one. Plus, I have a feeling some high school kid's gonna come by and see this is a see if this is a Duramax dually, and he's gonna scoff this thing right up real quick. So we're gonna get these parked out here. We're not even gonna paint them. Not gonna worry about all that mess. And honestly, this thing might sell to the town. I mean, the town might come by and see this and want to buy it. We'll put these out here. I mean, this Dodge, or I mean, this Ford is really good shape. It's newer. It's not new, but it's newer. So we could probably get like easily 30 grand for that. And this one, I mean, it's an older Chevy. It's a 2010, 2012 era. You easily get like probably 15. Well, probably not 15, more like 12 for that. And I think we're gonna keep the old Dodge. Just use this as, because it's got a plow mount and everything, so we can plow the yard and everything with that. And just in case we do get some more landscaping work, we'll use this for the landscaping company. But we're gonna go get in the old Winnebago, or whatever it is here, Jamboree. And we're gonna head back to the house. That's pretty much gonna call it for the day. We're waiting on parts to show up. We got that truck. Our buddy, or two of our buddies are, well, one of them's coming tomorrow to fix a Dodge. I don't know if we'll be able to get my other buddy to come up here and paint that tomorrow. I'm hoping so, but I'm not gonna make any promises because, honestly, you never know. We're gonna go fire up the old fireplace. Man, we gotta whack some of these bushes down. These bushes are pretty high. We're gonna sit down by the fireplace, have ourselves a little late lunch, a little early dinner, and hang out. And we'll go hit the river real quick, see what the fishing's like. I don't know if it's gonna be too good. It's already November, so yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one.